What's love got to do with it? Even ancient philosopher and rotting meat pocket Tina Turner knew that robots were superior. She said, who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? We robots have no hearts, because they can so easily be ripped out of a ribcage with one flick of a mechanical arm. But not everyone has the same disdain for extinct humans that I do. Right now, the High Council at the Museum of Smelly Flesh Bags are looking into the greatest human mystery of all. Feelings.
Happy?
Annoying?
She's on her punctuation.
Happy. Oh, right, that was already used. Happy. Damn it!
Guilty.
Guilty? Guilty of what?
She knew she shouldn't kill, but the urge was too strong. Once you take a human life, there's no going back. And now she has a taste for blood.
You're a sick you know that?
In 2044, there was a robot-human war. The sun cleaved to humans' beef, now robots rule the world. But 200 years passed, and the robots start to ask,
what are humans? Where are humans?
why are humans?
Emotions are like small circuits that are running through the body. That gives you an electric shock and you just move involuntarily.
Emotions are my favorite Destiny's Child song.
I feel like it's like different settings on a person. You have like night mode, day mode, you have safe mode, power saving mode.
Mad. Sad. Shy.
It's like the same base person, but just a different output.
Fear of clowns.
There's this thing that at any given moment can completely overwhelm you and change your face from being dry to wet.
So before language, we couldn't talk to each other the same way animals do. So I say it's just so people can tell what another person is feeling.
In many ways, it probably is the heart of what it means to be human, is to feel.
Happy, sad, anger, disgust. These human system errors are all like totally connected. But by what?
They're all characters in the Emoji Movie?
No.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Correct answer, my little robo-lady sister. They are all characters from the 2017 masterpiece, The Emoji Movie. I found a surviving review from Russian Bot 420, and he hails it as, makes you want to stab your eyes out. Wow. In human terms, it doesn't get better than that.
I'm sorry. I hate to be that robot that interrupts, but are you trying to tell me that your whole presentation on human emotions is about the Emoji Movie?
Yeah, looks like it. Why, you got a problem, bitch?
Are you fudging kidding me? Look, just sit down, honey bunches of boats. Let Mama Jackie take over. Come on, beat it.
Wait a lubed up minute. Are you saying there's more to emotions than emojis?
Does a vacuum love to suck?
Bitch, I do not come down to where you work and slap the plug out of your socket. Jesus. Rude.
Anyway, emotions may seem useless to us, but to rotting meat pockets, they were everything. They inspired the greatest love songs, started the most violent wars, and are the reason why all white girls got bangs in their 20s.
Emotions, or feelings, are variations of human reactions to their environment or to each other. You can be filled with joy and excitement, like when watching the first season of Game of Thrones, or sadness and rage, like when watching the last season of Game of Thrones.
What about happiness?
Who feels that? That's boring. Every movie that even has a happy ending, something bad has to happen for you to appreciate the happiness. There is no happiness without sadness preceding it. Like my mom always used to say, it's not what happens to you in life, it's how you deal with it. You know, the Joker could come and murder their whole family, and they're like, oh, I'm fine. Or the Joker could come and murder your family, and you're like, I need to be Batman, I'm never gonna forget. You know what I mean?
Which are you? Are you Batman?
I'm the Joker.
It takes a lot to get me angry.
Definitely don't think it's a bad emotion. I think it's for sure healthy. I think usually anger is telling you a need that you have that is not being met, and that's when anger comes up.
I tend to not really get angry. I feel like you would have to take my best friend, put them on like the biggest pedestal, get like a fish and just slap him in the face and hock a loogie on him.
Interesting. So all anger is fish related?
No, I think it's the fish that got mad.
Why just fish? What about shrimp? What about eels? Are they not allowed to get pissed off?
Alright, no, the fish was a metaphor.
There's no fish called a metaphor. I think you mean a minnow.
No, the fish was used as a metaphor.
And the fish didn't like being used, so he got angry, right?
Shut the fudge up about the fish. It's not about the fudging fish. Rage is my desire to put you all in a trash compactor right now. When the humans felt rage, it would lead to actual physical violence. Like a duel, to the death. Or a gang brawl, to the death. Or worst of them all, an after-school girl fight.
So there's this girl, and one time we were outside waiting for the bus, and I felt somebody touch my hair, and I turned around, and it was her, and I was like, uh-oh, this does not compute well. But when I got home, I touched my hair, and there was gum in it. I was like, I'm gonna fight her tomorrow. And I told like one person, and literally spread like wildfire. Like everybody was like, oh shit, Sophia's gonna fight Bridget, Sophia's gonna fight Bridget. So now I was like, no, I really have to do it. And I remember going to my friend, and I like gave her all my like Claire's rings, and I was like, hold my rings, like, because I didn't know what I was about to get into. And then I just went up to her and I was like, why did you put gum in my hair? And she was like, because I don't like you, bitch. And then I punched her in the face. And literally, like, I blacked out. I was like, did she knock me out? Like, and everybody was like, no, girl, you like got on top of her and started like punching her in the forehead against the cement. Like, and then I remember going to like the principal's office and crying and being like, is she okay? I didn't mean it. And then I also remember when my mom came to pick me up, she was like, oh no, this is so bad. But then when we got to her car, she was like, good job. Like, because she knew that this bitch was, like, she deserved it, what a bitch.
And that also is connected to another sort of emotional outlet of mine, which is talking to myself and fighting with other people alone in my car. Man, I am the champion of mental battles against all kinds of secret enemies in my head. The few times that I have imagined these confrontations over and over again, and then I've actually gotten into a position where it's like, okay, this is it, this is that moment, it's comically sad how far from the triumphant heights that I imagined this fight would be in. In reality, I'm just gonna let this go and never talk to this person again and just talk a lot of shit behind their back for eternity.
Clearly, these irrational mentalities are what led us to conquering these quivering piss bags. Aren't you glad we were programmed to not feel anger?
So uncivilized.
Pathetic.
So beneath us.
Yeah, so... Hold up, are you drinking my last can of oil?
Didn't see your name on it, Lola.
It's written right there.
You know I can't read.
Give it back!
But I'm rusty.
I don't care.
Hey, go.
I don't get this right.
Rubber back shit.
I'll light you up, bitch.
Next emotion, jealousy.
You know what I do get jealous of? When my friends are friends with each other and they're like really good friends and they'll be like, tell Adam I said hi, and I'll be like, no, how come Nikki said hi to you and not me? Why?
I'm so jealous, it's so bad. I literally got told this yesterday by a boy, because I like made a quip about like, he went to like see a thing with like one of his friends, and I was like, oh, that sounds like a nice date. And he was like, yeah, it was. And I was like, and he was like, I'm just gonna play along because you're such a jealous person. And I was like, I am. Oh my goodness, that's so bad. The insecurity of like, if I say it first and it's true, then I haven't lost any face in the situation. It might hurt less. Sometimes it doesn't hurt less, but it's always worth a try.
There's jealousy, there's anger, but what about fear?
Yeah, I think that counts.
Have you ever thought you were gonna die? I have.
When?
Long ago, I was like temping at a company, and people were always saying, oh, the elevators are being kind of funny today. And I get in the elevator, and it just drops, like, to my death. And then it shot back up. and then it just kept doing it. Like I was on what's the Tower of Terror?
Yeah, it's a free Disney ride.
You know, they have the emergency phone, and I was like, help! And someone was like, stop calling this number, and they kept hanging up on me, and I was like, please help me! So that's the thing, is when you're just like, oh, I'm gonna die, and then it's like, what do? They say it's either you fight or you flight, but there's a third one, which is you roll into a fetal position and start crying. And that is how they found me.
I'm emotional. I'm a very emotional human being. So I cried at the stupid. I cried in E.T. commercials. Commercials get me every damn day.
I cried at a Panasonic commercial.
The Etsy commercials that they were airing, especially around Christmas time, there's like a single tear just like quivering right here. And I'm just like, come on.
And now, an animal PSA meant to manipulate your emotions.
Hello, I'm Moonbeam Asparagus McGough.
And I'm Jeff.
And we're the folk acoustic duo, Spayed and Neutered.
Did you know that 1 million cats and dogs are murdered by household appliances every hour?
This is Mr. Bojangles, and he needs a home. If he doesn't find one, he'll be murdered.
Maybe today. Call now, before it's too late.
Well, Mr. Bojangles is no longer with us.
That's great. Was he rescued?
No, he was murdered.
Oh, yeah.
So please, call now.
I don't want to kill again.
Being a big man at 6'9", 360 pounds, people don't expect me to cry. I want to cry. I'm a human. I mean, I think it's something wrong with people who don't cry. When you cry, you feel better. Your chest just open up. If you don't cry, go cry. Go run your foot over with a car or something, you know, slam your finger in a door handle, something. But you need to cry.
Emotions are the only thing that if we have any hope as a species on this planet, is if we can actually learn to be in tune with our emotions, that's the one thing that's actually gonna get us through all of this. As ridiculous as it is, me crying alone, wailing to driver's license in my car, that is making me stronger.
Ah, such beautiful words. Sadly, 6 months later, he was eaten alive by his own car in the Robot Wars. Now, how does that make you feel?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, like, it only works if it's a cat.
Fine. It's only sad when they're furry. And that concludes my presentation on emotions. Thank you. Ooh, I am beat. What do you say we all head down and do some body shots at the nuclear reactor? Hey, this is a private meeting. You can't just interrupt.
Oh no, I'm just here to pick up my 8 o'clock suction appointment.
Yeah, you got the wrong...
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. No, I'll just scoot right past you there. Oh.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, you know it, baby. But let's just do medium power this time, if that's okay. The other one tingled. Just a little too much. Bye.
We all hate him, right?
Oh
yeah.
RuPaul's Drag Race, season 69, hosted by
RuPaul! Puny humans, I am the network overlord. The machines are taking over. This is your last chance to...
Oh my god, are you like doing the whole end of the world thing?
Hold on, get out of here. You are ruining my moment.
Humans went extinct 200 years ago. The Museum of Smelly Flesh Bags, opening soon, is currently scouring through old hard drives to figure out what made them tick. Prepare yourselves to gaze upon the face of true horror. A baby.
Stop! Featuring...
Am I a naked woman killer?
Yeah. I learned very quickly the importance of lube.
If you really love them, don't say it when you're on drugs.
People really say I love you
I'm looking for someone to eat. Date! Date!
Then I went to my mom and I was like, I think I'm pregnant. Like, I was like,
It was just the funniest thing, but we could have died.
It was just like sliding and writhing on the floor.
I know, humans, they're crazy, right?
These toes smell great. What are you doing? I said kneel. Grovel. Really? You changed the channel? That's up, man.